Muharram Haram, meaning the month of reverence and dignity, is the very first and one of the glorious months amongst all 12 months of Islamic calendar. Out of other events in history which occurred in this month, the incident of Karbala is comparatively remarkable and influential. The Battle of Karbala was fought at the place named Karbala, actually Karbala meaning the land of inconvenience and trouble, in Iraq on 10th Muharam 61 Hijri 685 AD. This Battle of Karbala was in between the righteous and fallacious. On the fallacious side, there was a cruel, bad character and savage named Yazid, with thousands of his forces, and on other righteous side, there was a high priest, magnificent, Hazrat Imam Hussain alayhi salam, with his family, children, and companions, of total 73 people. In this battle, Hazrat Imam Hussain alayhi salam, with all his companions being thirsty and hungry of many days, had faced and fought with daring and fearlessness against thousands of forces of Yazid. But at last, on 10, Muharram had been martyred in prostrate position in the bar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hazrat Imam Hussain alayhi salam is the son of Hazrat Ali al-Murtaza alayhi salam and the grandson of Holy Prophet Hazrat Mustafa Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He was very beloved to Holy Prophet. Holy Prophet one had said that Hussain is from me and I am from Hussain, and further said that Allah loves that person who loves Hussain. Comparatively, the murder of Imam Hussain was different and unique. One of the reasons of its uniqueness is that Hazrat Imam Hussain alayhi salam was such a flashlight of treacherous of Holy Prophet. He was directly nourished in lap. His diet was holy saliva and had ridden on holy shoulders of Holy Prophet in its childhood. Imam Hussain alayhi salam had been blessed with the nobility of being son of Holy Prophet. Due to all this dignity and love for Hazrat Imam Hussain alayhi salam, the month of Muharram is celebrated with faith and respect in the memory of his companions, martyr, and tribute is presented for the sincerity and devoutness for the survival of righteous teachings of Islam. Muharram is not celebrated by Islamic followers, but also by non-followers of Islam, like Hindu and Christian community in Pakistan and many parts of the world. Hindu and Christian community also respects the Muharram and participate in celebrations. Celebration of Muharram includes to cook and distribute different types of foods and soft drinks in poor, in public, and even on roads. Blood donation is also practiced in this holy month for needy patients. Many people agonize and bleed themselves, and in the form of procession, they depart from one place to other and try to present that same scenario happened after incidents of Karbala. Even during COVID-19, the Muharram is being celebrated with same faith and respect, but with all possible SOPs. Gatherings are also arranged at public and worship places, where the excellence of Hazrat Imam Hussain and his family and companions is described and the message of the Karbala is conveyed. The message of Karbala is, never support injustice and oppression, no matter how powerful the oppressor might be. Karbala is the distinction of good and evil. Once, Hazrat Imam Hussain alayhi salam had said, I consider the death as a successful and fortuitous, and the life passed with cruel as blameworthy and upbraiding. Ramsha Sheikh, Voice of Australians, Pakistan.
Hussain is a man whose story has transcended generations and borders for over 1300 years. Hussain's selfless pursuit for moral justice in the face of brutal oppression has inspired hope for millions. The Battle of Karbala, where Hussain and his 72 loyal companions bravely stood against an army of thousands, forever changed the course of history. Hussain was born in 626 AD in the city of Medina to the noble family of the Prophet Muhammad. He was raised by a family renowned for their honesty, compassion, and justice.
He was revered and celebrated by people from different walks of life. Every lover of truth and every lover of justice loved Hussain alayhi salam. And this, no doubt, began way back while they were in the holy city of Medina.
The values that he adopted as a child were the values that he learned as he grew up. And he grew up in the holiest of houses. He grew up with his grandfather, the Prophet.
As a young child, Hussain witnessed his grandfather's struggle to establish a morally just and compassionate society.
They embraced a very sincere life, a very humble life. They prioritized charity, giving, and working to improve the societies they were in.
Arabian society was plagued by violence and corruption. Muhammad's rise and the advent of Islam eradicated much of this injustice, and the people had widely adopted a moral way of living. In 632 AD, the Prophet Muhammad passed away, devastating a young Hussein. What followed after would impact Hussein in ways he could not yet comprehend. Shortly after the Prophet's death, the leadership of the newly formed nation fell into dispute. Divisions amongst the people emerged, and a violent power struggle fractured the nation for over 30 years, which led to a lengthy civil war between Hussein's father, Ali ibn Abi Talib, and Muawiyah.
Muawiyah, who was originally from a tribe or clan which had in the early years opposed the Prophet's message and Islam, took power. Started off from his power base in Syria, in Damascus.
Ali ibn Abi Talib was assassinated, and Muawiyah assumed full control. Choosing to avoid further conflict, Hussein's elder brother, Hassan, made a treaty with Muawiyah, which would prevent Muawiyah from passing on rule to his son, amongst other things.
These clauses of the truce were basically violated, and the ultimate expression of that violation was the actual assassination of Hassan himself around 10 years after that.
Having violated the treaty, Muawiyah allowed his son Yazid to take over the power. Yazid was widely regarded as a tyrannical and cruel narcissist who wanted to rule with an iron fist. Yazid sought the allegiance of Hussein to cement his claim to power and gain credibility.
One of the needs, one can say, of an oppressive regime is the need for legitimacy. And the important sources of that legitimacy has to come from prominent members of the society who are respected for their high morals to support them.
Having witnessed years of injustice and the steady moral decay of his society, Hussein knew he had to draw a line with Yazid to prevent the total collapse of the nation to the hands of a despotic tyrant. Hussein refused to pledge allegiance.
वाली ने ख़त के अंदर इमाम अलैहिस्सलाम को ये कहा कि आप हुकूमत वक्त की मुखालफत के लिए उठे हैं, ये अमल आपका शिकाक है, तफरिका, जुदाई, शगाफ और दुश्मनी और अदावत। आजकल की राइज मतबूआती ताबीर के मुताबिक शिकाक का मतलब वाली मक्का ने गद्दारी लिया था और गद्दारी ही लिया जाता था। इसलिए इमाम अलैहिस्सलाम ने इसी का पहले ये जवाब दिया, अम्मा बाद फ़इन्नहु लम युशाक़िक़िल्लाह व रसूलहु मन दआ इलल्लाहि अज़्ज़ा व जल व अमिल सालिहन व क़ाल इन्ननी मिनल मुस्लिमीन वक़द दअौता इलल अमानि वल बिर्रि वस्सिला फ़ख़ैरुल अमानि अमानुल्लाह वलन युमिनल्लाहु यौमल क़ियामह मन लम यख़ाफ़हु फ़िद दुनिया फ़नस्अलुल्लाह मख़ाफ़तन फ़िद दुनिया तुजिबु लना अमानहु यौमल क़ियामह फ़इन कुन्त नवैत बिल किताब सिलती व बिर्री फ़जुज़ीत ख़ैरन फ़िद दुनिया वल आख़िरा वस्सलाम। इमाम अलैहिस्सलाम ने जवाब में उन्हें लिखा कि ये किस तरह आप मुझे शिकाक का मुर्तकिब कह रहे हैं और मुत्तहम कर रहे हैं कि मैं शिकाक कर रहा हूँ, जबकि मैं अल्लाह व अल्लाह के रसूल को पुकारता हूँ, उन पर ईमान रखता हूँ और उनकी इताअत करता हूँ, तो वो मैं अमल सालेह बजा लाता हूँ। अमल सालेह मैंने तर्क नहीं किया और पाबंद हूँ, और सिवम मैं अपने आप को मुस्लिम कहता हूँ, इन्ननी मिनल मुस्लिमीन, मैं मुस्लिम हूँ।
درمانی هویت اسلامی و سر حادثه کربلا. هر که پیمان با هو الموجود بست، گردنش از بند هر معبود رست. مومن از عشق است و عشق از مومن است. عشق را ناممکن ما ممکن است. عقل صفاک است و او صفاکتر، پاکتر، چالاکتر، بیباکتر. عقل در پیچاک اسباب و علل، عشق چوگان بازی میدان عمل. عشق صید از زور بازو افکنه، عقل مکار است و دامی میزند. عقل را سرمایه از بیم و شک است، عشق را از یقین لا ینفک است. آن کند تعمیر تا ویران کند، این کند ویران که آبادان کند. عقل چون باد است ارزان در جهان، عشق کمیاب و بهای او گران. عقل محکم از اساس چون چند، عشق عریان از لباس چون چند. عقل میگوید که خود را پیش کن، عشق گوید امتحان خویش کن. عقل با خیر آشنا از اکتساب، عشق از فضل است با خود در حساب. عقل گوید شاد شو آباد شو، عشق گوید بنده شو آزاد شو. عشق را آرام جان حریت است، ناقه‌اش را ساربان حریت است. آن شنیدستی که هنگام نبرد، عشق با عقل هوس پرورد. چه کرد؟ آن امام عاشقان پور بطول، سرو آزادی ز بستان رسول. الله الله بای بسم الله پدر، مانی سبح عظیم آمد پسر. بهر آن شهزاده خیر الملل، دوش ختم المرسلین نعم الجمل. سرخ رو عشق غیور از خون او، شوخی این مصر از مضمون او. در میان امت آن کیوان جناب، همچو حرف قل هو الله در کتاب. موسی و فرعون و شبیر و یزید، این دو قوت از حیات آید پدید. زنده حق از قوت شبیری است، باطل آخر داغ حسرت میری است. چون خلافت رشته از قرآن گسیخت، حریت را زهر اندر کام ریخت. خواست آن سرجلوه خیر الامم، چون صحاب قبل باران در قدم. بر زمین کربلا بارید و رفت، لاله در ویرانه ها کارید و رفت. تا قیامت استبداد کرد. موج خون او شمن ایجاد کرد. بحر حق در خاک و خون غلطیده است. پس بنای لا اله گردیده است. مدعایش سلطنت بودی اگر خود نکردی با چونین سامان سفر. دشمنان چون ریگ صحرا لا تؤد. دوستان او به یزدان هم پدر. سر ابراهیم و اسماعیل بود، یعنی آن اجمال را تفصیل بود. عزم او چون کهساران استوار، پایدار و تندسیر و کامگار. تیر بحر عزت دین است و بس، مقصد او حفظ آیین است و بس. ما سوی الله را مسلمان بنده نیست، پیش فرعونی سرش افکنده نیست. خون او تفسیر این اسرار کرد، ملت خوابیده را بیدار کرد. تیر لا چون از میان بیرون کشید، از رگ ارباب باطل خون کشید. نقش الا الله بر صحرا نوشت، سطر عنوان نجات ما نوشت. رمز قرآن از حسین آموختیم، ز آتش او شعله ها اندوختیم. شوکت شام به فر بغداد رفت، ستوت غرناطه هم از ایاد رفت. تار ما از زخم اش لرزان هنوز، تازه است تکبیر او ایمان هنوز. ای صبا، ای پیک دور افتادگان، اشک ما بر خاک پاک او رسان.